So this is the area where the eagle has been seen. It's the old Berrien Hills Golf Club. There's a nest right in there. I've seen them a couple times. This is the entrance to Eagle Point Marina. Back in the day it was called Robinson's Marina, and at one time it was called Gus's Ghetto. This is Corundy Park, across the river from Riverview Park, which is City of St. Joe. This belongs to the township. Earlier this year, some people had a barbecue down here, and their fire got out of control, or they left it, but the pavilion burned down to the ground and had to be replaced. But they did a very nice job of it. This is Riverview Park. It's a new pavilion that they put in. They tore down one that was probably built in the 40s that had a lot of character, and this is a little bigger, but it doesn't have the little enclosed area, and it looks pretty stark. I don't know, that's the thing these days. Like, people don't like to hold on to older things or have some heritage. But this is Riverview Park, City of St. Joe. It's a very, very beautiful natural area. There's a ball diamond here, and people fish along the banks. Here's the end of the park, panning back towards the entrance. It's beautiful. I've always liked this house on the hill. For years people said they were scared that it might fall in, but the bluff has been really high here as long as I can remember. It's pretty stable. I don't think it's going anywhere, but it is pretty. On the other side is Riverview Park. Right there. And this stretch of the river is just gorgeous. This area here between the bridges is called Trumpeter Bay. It took a little while to get it going, but it's a housing development that is pretty reasonable priced and very nice. That's the I-94 bridge over the river, and this is Trumpeter Bay. This is the Summer Leighton Bridge. Now when you get beyond that, it's Derfla Drive and Linden Avenue. It's a wide part of the river, but it's very shallow in spots and it shifts around. Once we get past this bridge, you can go for a ways, but you have to be very careful and you have to know where you're going. But I'm going to pan back and show you this stretch to I-94 with Trumpeter Bay all along here. Very pretty. And then here, these holes have been here for years. There are swallows that come in here, and I believe they say they're barn swallows, but you see them early in the morning and late at night coming in and out of those holes. It's pretty cool. It's interesting that right in front of this bridge where we are now is a great big hole. It's about 13 feet deep. Then it goes up to about 9 and then 5, and then all of a sudden it's 2 and 3 feet all the way around. Right where the river makes the big curve, the big deep spot right there. I wonder if it's a good place for fish. I don't know, I'm not a fisherman, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, this is, we're under the bridge right now, Summer Leighton Bridge, and this is one of my favorite stretches in the river, especially once the leaves start to change. Absolutely beautiful. And here you can see we've cleared the bridge, looking back downstream. And it's just very, very peaceful up here. I've seen deer, I've seen turtles, you always see geese and ducks, and it's just very nice. Again, this is part of the river coming down Linden Drive. Some years they have had bad flooding here. The river does go up and down. We got 3.5 feet of water right here, so we're good. I need 2 feet. It's mostly mud. I do have a skeg guard, a piece of metal that hangs down below the propeller, so if I do hit something, hopefully it deflects it and doesn't do any damage. I have, over the last 20 years, bent 2 different propellers, both of them in the river. This building used to be the American Legion, and I don't know what it is now. Pretty nice location. This is where the housing starts. I think this is the end of Linden Drive. It's a dead-end road, and this is the final piece of property on it. These are all beautiful homes along here. I like the deck hanging over the river there. Even when the water's real high, they're in fine shape. I think they designed it for the high water level, and then when it goes down, they're in good shape. You'll see lots of pontoon boats and speed boats, things like that along here. Very nice. Farther down the street, there's differing architectural styles of the houses that have been built through the years. Some have been added onto, some have been removed and rebuilt, and some are just original. Here's some more houses that are tucked in the trees. We have some kayakers on the river, so I'm going to go very slow as to not impede their way. There's plenty of room for all of us on the river. family fun. Another boat launch. Now this guy has a nice setup. Obviously they put some money into a seawall there. They have a nice deck with an adjustable ramp for when the river does go up and down, which happens frequently. It is a live living thing and it moves. That's a good way to deal with it. This individual also has a very nice house, and I like the deck hanging over the river, and then again they've got an adjustable ramp for when the water invariably changes. But yes, this is a very, very nice setup. Now on the other side of the river, these are relatively new houses, and I'm not sure exactly who owns them or has jurisdiction, but I've heard that it's a age-restricted community, and they're really nice, really nice houses. Now here's the back down river. They have a boat launch too. I've never seen anybody actually use it, but it looks well maintained. It's a nice houses in there. I'm gonna have to look into that. It really looks interesting. And then here's an old shack in the woods. I don't know what that is. I like the lawn chairs. And there's a jet skier. And another one. Another house with a pontoon boat. They're very popular here. This is an old seawall. It's been around for a long time, but very well built because it's still here. The views from inside that house are just spectacular. All 4 seasons. Summer Layton Bridge. No birds today. Hoping I would catch one or two. Again, this is Trumpeter Bay. Now we're headed back downriver. I love this house that's high in the hills. I hope it's not overexposed so much that you can't see it. Beautiful place. It gets pretty shallow in this channel, but I'm going to make a run for it. It's at the far side that it gets really deep. This is River Bend, and that island is part of actual Bavarian Hills property, so it's owned by the Newser family right now.